upon me. God bless you, sir.
My lord, the queen would speak with you presently.
Do you see yonder cloud that's almost in the shape of a camel?
Why, the mask? 'Tis a camel indeed.
Methinks it's like a weasel.
Huh. It is backed like a weasel.
Or like a whale.
Very much like a whale.
I will come to my mother by and by. They fool me to the top of my bent.
I will tell her this so.
By and by is easily said. Leave me. It is now the very witching time of night. Soft. Now to my mother. O heart, lose not thy nature. Let never the soul of Nero enter this firm bosom. I must be cruel, not unnatural. I will speak daggers to her, but use none. My tongue and soul in this shall be hypocrites. Whatsoever else, so matter she be shent to give them seals. Never my soul consent.
I keep going to the river to pray, yes I need something that can wash out the pain, and I'm lost, I'm sleeping on these knees.
My lord, he's going to his mother's. Behind the arras, I'll convey myself to hear the process, and Warren shall tax him home. And as you said, and wisely was it said, 'tis meet that some more audience than a mother, since nature hath made them partial, should o'erhear the speech of vantage. I'll call upon you ere you go to bed, and tell you what I know. Farewell.
Thanks, dear my lord. Oh! Oh! My offense is rank. It smells to heaven. And at the primal and eldest curse upon it, a brother's murder. Pray, can I not? Though inclination be as sharp as will, my stronger guilt defeats my strong intent, and like a man to double business bound, I stand in pause, where I shall first begin, and all neglect. What if this cursed hand were thicker than itself in brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in the heavens to wash it white as snow? And what is prayer but a twofold force to be foretold, ere we come to fall or pardoned being down? Then I shall look up. My fault is past. What form of prayer can serve my turn? Forgive me my foul murder. This cannot be, for I am still possessed by those effects for which I did the murder. My crown, mine own ambition, my queen. Can one be pardoned and still retain the offense? What then? What rests? Try what repentance can, what can it not? What can it when one cannot repent? Oh, wretched state. Oh, bosom black as death. Oh, lion and soul struggling to be free, art more engaged. Help, angels! Make a say! Bow, stubborn knees, and these heartstrings of steel be as soft as sinews, as a newborn babe.
Now might I do it, Pat. Now he's prayed. Now might I do it. So his soul goes to heaven. So my revenge that will be scattered. Murderer kills my father, and for that I, his sole son, do this same villain sent to heaven. This is hired salary, not revenge. He took my father grossly, full of bread, with all his crimes broad blown as flush as May. And how his audit stands, who knows, save heaven. And in this circumstance, in course of thought, 'tis heavy within me. Am I then revenged to take him in the purging of his soul, when he is fit in season for his passage? No. When he is drunk, asleep, or in his rage, or in the incestuous pleasure of his bed, a gaming swearing about some act that hath no relish of salvation in it. Then, trip him, that his heels may kick at heaven, but his soul may be as damned in black as hell whereto it goes. My mother stays. This physic but prolongs thy sickly days.
My words fly up. My thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go. All may be well.
I keep going to the river to pray this I need something that can wash out the pain, and I'm lost. I'm sleeping on these demons.
He will come straight. Look you lay home to him. Tell him his pranks have been too broad to bear, and your grace has stood between him and screened him from much heat. I will sconce myself even here. Pray you be round with him.
I'll warrant you, fear me not. Withdraw.
Now, mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
Come, come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go, go, you question with a wicked tongue.
What? How now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot me?
No, by the root, not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife.
Nay, then I'll set those to you that can speak.
Come, come, and sit you down. You shall not budge. You go not, John, stick you up a glass, where you may see the inmost part of you.
What wouldst thou do? Thou wilt not murder me. Help, help!
What? Oh, help, 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 help!
Now, arrest! Death! Death for a ducat bear!
What hast thou done?
I know not. Is it the king?
Oh, what a rash and bloody deed is this! Oh!
Bloody deed? Almost as bad. Good mother. Let's kill a king and marry with his brother?
Kill a king!
Aye, lady. 'Twas my word. Leave wringing of your hands. Peace. Sit you down. Let me bring your heart, for so I shall. If it be made of penetrable stuff, Dan custom have not brassed it so that it's proof and bulwark against sense.
What have I done that thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty, calls virtue a hypocrite, makes marriage vows as false as Dicer's oaths.
What act?
Look here. On this picture. And on this. The counterfeit presentment of two brothers. See what grace was sealed on this brow. This was your husband. Look you now what follows. Here is your husband, like a mildewed ear, blasting his wholesome brother. Ha! Have you eyes? Can I call it love? For at your age the heyday of the blood is tame, tumble, and waits upon the judgment. And what judgment would step from this to this? What devil was it that had cozened you and hoodman blind? Eyes without feeling, feeling without sight, ears without hands or eyes, smelling sans all. But a singly part of one true sense could not so mope. Oh, where is thy flesh, rebellious hell? Thou canst mutine in a matron's bone to flaming youth, let virtue be as wax, melt in her own fire.
Speak no more, Hamlet. Thou hast turned mine eyes into my very soul.
To live in the rank sweat of an enseamed bed, stewed in corruption, honeying and making love over the nasty sty.
Speak to me no more. Thy words like daggers enter my ears. No more.
A murderer and a villain, a slave that is not 20th part the tithe of your predestined lords, a vice of kings, a cupbearer of the empire of the rule, and from his shop the precious diadem stole and put it in his pocket.
No more.
A king of shreds and patches! Save me. Hover over me with your wings. What would you, your gracious figure?
Alas, he's mad.
Do you not come your tardy son to chime? That lapse with time and passion let's go by before enacting of this dread command will say.
Do not forget, this visitation is but to whet thy almost blunted purpose. But look, amazement on thy mother's sits. Oh, step between her and her fighting soul. Conceit in weakest body's strongest works. Speak to her, Hamlet.
How is it with you, lady?
How is it with you that you do look on vacancy, and with the incorporeal air do hold discourse? O sweet son, upon the fire and flame of thy distemper sprinkle cool patience. To whom do you speak?
On him. On him. Look you how pale he glares. Do not look upon me. Lest with this piteous action you convert my stern effects.
To whom do you say this?
Do you see nothing there?
No, nothing at all, yet all that is I see.
Do you nothing hear?
No, nothing but ourselves.
Look you how he steals away, my father. This heaven as he lived. Look you how he goes even now out of the portal.
This is the very coinage of thy brain. This bodiless creation ecstasy is very cunning and
Ecstasy. My pulse as yours doth temperately keep time and makes his helpful music. It is not madness that I have uttered here. Bring me to the test, and I the matter will reword. Confess yourself to heaven. Repent what's past. Avoid what is to come, and do not spread the compost on the weeds to make them ranger.
oh, no, has left my heart in twain.
And throw away the worser part of it and live the purer with the other half. Once more must I bid you do not let the globe king tempt you to bed. Call you his mouse, pinch wanton on your cheeks, and for a pair of wretched kisses or damn paddling at your neck, make you to unravel all this out, that I essentially am not in madness, but mad in craft. For who but a queen, fair, sober, wise, from a pedant, from a back, a gem?
Be thou assured, if words be made of breath, and breath of life, I have no life to breathe what thou hast sent to me.
I must stay in England. You know this.
Oh, like I have forgotten so what's concluded on.
Here are letters. And my two schoolfellows, who I will trust as I will adders fanned. They bear the mandate. They will sweep my way and marshal me till knavery. It is most sweet when in one line two crafts directly meet. This man shall set me packing. I'll lug his guts into the neighbor room. to draw towards an end with you. Good night, mother.
There's meaning in these sighs, profound ease. You must translate. 'Tis fit we understand.
Oh,
Where is your son?
my lord, what I've seen this night,
What, Gertrude? How does Hamlet?
mad, as the sea and wind when both conspire, which is mightier. In this lawless fit, behind the arras, hearing something stir, cries, a rat, and in this brainish apprehension, kills the unseen good old man.
Oh. Heavy deed. It would have been us had we been there. His liberty is full of threats to us all. To you yourself, to us, to everyone. How shall this bloody deed go answered? It will be laid to us whose providence was kept short, in restraint and out of haunt this mad young man. But so much was our love. We would not understand what would be most fit. Where is he gone?
To pull apart the body he hath killed. He weeps for what is done.
Oh, sweet Gertrude, the sun no sooner shall the mountains touch than we will ship him hence in this vile deed, with all our majesty and skill both countenance and excuse. And obey. Oh, Guildenstern, friends, both, go join you in some further aid. Hamlet, in madness, hath Polonius slain. Go seek him and speak fair, and bring the body to the chapel, I pray, in haste. Come, Gertrude. We will call upon our wisest friends, and tell them both what we mean to do and what's untimely done. I have sent to seek him and to find the body. How dangerous is it that this man goes loose? But we must not call the strong arm of the law upon him, for he is loved by the distracted multitude who see not in judgment, but with their eyes. True. Barrel smooth and even. This sudden sending away should seem deliberate. Diseases desperate grown by desperate appliances are relieved, or not at all.
Where the dead bodies stood, my lord, we cannot get from him.
But where is he?
Within. Guardians know your pleasure.
No. Hamlet. Where is Polonius?
At supper.
At supper. Where?
Not where he eats, but where he's eaten. A certain convocation of politic worms are eaten at him. A man may fish with the worm that hath fed on a king, and then eat of the fish that hath fed on that worm.
What does that mean by this?
Nothing, but to tell you how a king may go progress through the guts of a beggar.
Where is Polonius?
In heaven, send your messenger to see. If you find him not there, seek him in the other place yourself. But if you find him not within this month, you'll notice him as you go up the stairs into the lobby.
Go seek him there.
He will stay till you come.
Hamlet. For thine especial safety. We dearly grieve that which thou hast done. And so, We will ship thee with fiery quickness. Prepare thyself. The bark is ready. The wind at help, the associates tend, and all is bent for England.
For England!
I am
Good.
For England!
I see a chair that sees thee well. For England! Mwah! Goodbye, dear mother.
My loving father, Hamlet.
Father and mother is man and wife. Man and wife is one flesh. Therefore, my mother. Come, for England! Aha!
Follow him. Tempt him with speed abroad, delay it not. I will have him hence tonight! Away! And England, if my love thou hold'st it aught, I pray you not put coldly our sovereign process. The present death of Hamlet. Do it, England.
I keep going to the river to pray that I need something that can wash out the pain, and I'm lost. I'm sleeping on.
Go, Captain. From me, greet the Danish king, and let him know that by his license, Fortinbras craves the conveyance of a promised march over his kingdom. You know the rendezvous. If his majesty should aught with us, we shall express our duty in his eye. Let him know so.
I will do it, my lord.
Go. Softly.
Good sir, whose powers are these?
That of Norway, sir.
What purpose, sir, I pray?
Against some part of Poland.
Who commands?
The nephew of old Norway, Fortinbras.
Goes it against the main of Poland or of some frontier?
Truly to speak, and with no addition, we go to gain a little patch of ground that hath in it no value but the name. 5 ducats 5, I should not farm it, nor will it yield to Norway or the Pole a ranker rate should it be sold in fee.
And the Polak never will defend it.
It is already garrisoned, sir,
God be with you.
and with you, my lord.
Will it please you go, my lord?
Be with you straight. Go a little before. Of all occasions to inform against me, spur my dull revenge. What is a man? His chief good and market of his time be but to sleep and feed a beast, no more. Sure, he that made us with such large discourse looking before and after gives not that capability in godlike reason to fusten us unused. Now, whether it be bestial oblivion, or some craven scruple of thinking too precisely on the event, a thought that quartered hath but one part wisdom and never 3 parts coward, I do not know why yet I live to say these things to do. To thy cause and will and strength and means to do it. Examples gross as earth exalt. Witness this army, such mass and charge, led by a delicate and tender prince, whose spirit with divine ambition puffed makes mouths at the invisible event, exposing what is mortal and unsure to all that fortune, death, and danger dare, even for an eggshell. Rightly to be raised, not to stir without great argument, but greatly to find quarrel in a straw when honor's at the stake. How stand I then, that have a father killed, a mother stained, excitement to my reason and my blood, and let all sleep, whilst to my shame I see the imminent death of 20,000 men, that for a fantasy, and trick of fame go to their grave-like beds. Fight for our plot, while the numbers cannot try the cause, which is not tomb enough and continent to hide the slain. Oh, from this time forth, my thoughts be bloody, or be nothing worth.
I will not speak with her.
She is unfortunate, indeed distract. Her mood will need to be pitied.
What would she have?
She speaks much of her father, says there's tricks in the world and hems and beats her heart, spurns enviously at straws, and speaks things in doubt that carry but half sense.
'Twere good she were spoken with, for she makes through dangerous conjectures and ill-breeding minds.
Let her come in. So sick my soul, sin's true nature is. Each toy seems to prologue to some great miss. So full of artless jealousy as guilt, it spills itself, fearing to be spilt.
Where is the beauteous majesty of Denmark?
How now could it be?
I please you high and dry, be at your door tonight if you need help, if you need help. I'll shut down the city lights, I'll lie, I'll cheat, I'll beg and try to make you well, to make you well.
Sweet lady, what imports this song?
Take you, pray Mark. My enemies are at your door, I'll lead you away from war if you need help, if you need help. Your hope dangling by a string, I'll share in your suffering to make you well.
How do you, pretty lady?
Nay, could it feel you?
Pray Mark, give me reasons to believe that you would do the same for me.
Good my lord, look here.
And I would do it for you, for you. Baby, I'm not moving on. I'll love you long after you're gone. For you. You will never be alone. I'll love you long after you're gone, gone, gone. I'm well. God heal you. They say the owl was a baker's daughter. Oh, Lord, we know what we are, but know not what we may be. God be at your table. I pray you, let's have no words of this. But when they ask you what it means, say you this. Good night, my angel, time to close.
Pretty Ophelia!
my eye, and save these questions for another day. I think I know what you've been asking me. I think I know what you've been trying to say. I promised I would never leave you, but you should always know, wherever you may go, no matter where you are, I never will be far away.
How long has she been thus?
I hope all will be well. We must be patient. But I cannot help but weep when I think they lay in the cold ground. My brother shall know of it, and so I thank you for your good counsel. Come, my coach. Good night, sweet ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night. Good night.
Horatio, follow her close and give her good watch, I pray you. Oh, this is a poison of deep grief. It springs all from her father's death. Oh, Gertrude, when sorrows come, they come not in single spies, but in battalions. First her father slain. Next your son gone, and he the author of his own just remove. The people, muddied, thick and wholesome, in their thoughts and whispers, dear Polonius' death, and we have done but greenly to inter him. Oh, poor Ophelia, divided from herself in her better judgment. And last, and as much containing as all of these, her brother Laertes comes back from France, his head in the clouds. He wants not buzzers to infect his ears with pestilent speeches of his father's death. This, like a murdering peace in many places, gives me superfluous death.
What noise is this?
What is the matter?
Save yourself, my lord. Laertes and Riotous head overbears your officers. The rabble called for Lord, and as if the world were now but to begin, antiquity forgotten, listed not known. The red bars and props of every word they cried, choose me. Laertes shall be king.
Oh, how falsely they do follow the trail. False Danish dogs.
Where is this king? Sir, stand you all without.
Now let's come in.
I pray you give me leave.
We will, we will.
Thank you, keep the door. Thou vile king. Give me my father.
Only good
Ah,
land.
that drop of blood, that scoundrel gave me bastard. Christ hockled to my father. Brands a harlot even here between the chaste unspurred brow of my true mother.
What is the cause, Laertes, that your rebellion looks so giant-like? What? Why art thou thus incensed? Speak, man!
Where is my father?
Dead!
But not by him.
Let him demand his fill.
How came he dead? I'll not be done with it. To hell, Legions! Bowels of the blackest depth, kinds of the grace of the profoundest pit. I dare damnation. To this point I stand. At both worlds I give to negligence, and come what comes. Only I'll be most thoroughly revenged for my father.
Who shall stay?
I will not all the world. As for my means, I shall husband them so well they will go far with little.
Good Laertes, if you desire to know with certainty of your father's death, it's writ in your revenge. What? You will draw on both friend and foe, winner and loser.
None but his enemies.
Will you know them then? I am guiltless of your father's death, and most sensible in grief for it. And this, as level to your judgment pierce as day does to your eye.
Fuck you.
Now what noise is that?
Maybe I'm not moving on.
Impossible.
After you're
No
gone.
maid's wish against world and old man's life.
You will never be alone. I'll love you long after you're gone.
And it's not like wits and tis to pay revenge you never with us.
And long after you're gone. Here's rosemary. That's for remembrance. Pray, love, remember.
Smells more than ever.
Here's pansies. That's for thoughts. Here's fennel for you. And columbines. Here's rue for you. And some for me. We shall call it our Grace of Sundays.
Thought remembrance fit.
You must wear your rue with a difference.
God, affliction, passion, hell itself, she turns to paper and prettiness.
Here's a daisy. I would give you violets, but they withered all when my father died. They say he made a good end. Good night, my angel. Now it's time to sleep. And still so many things I want to say.
I must commune with your grief, or you deny me right. Go but apart. Make choice of your wisest friends you will. And they will hear and judge twixt us both. And if by direct or collateral hand they find us touched, my crown, my kingdom, my life. Everything that is ours I will give to you in satisfaction, but if not, you must to us, your patrons, give, and we will jointly labor with your soul to give it due content.
To this point I stand. And his means of death, his obscure funeral, no trophy sword or hatchet over his bones, no noble rites nor formal ostentation, cry to be heard as from heaven to earth, and I must call it in question.
So you shall. And where the offense is, let the great axe fall. Laertes, go with me.
I keep going to the river to pray as I need something that can wash out the pain and I'm lost. I'm sleeping all these demons away. What's your
Horatio, when thou shalt have overlooked this, give these fellows some means to the king. They have letters for me. Ere we were 2 days old at sea, a pirate of very warlike appointment gave us chase. Finding ourselves too slow of sail, we put on a compelled valor, and in the grapple I boarded them. On the instant they got clear of our ship, so I alone became their prisoner. They have dealt with me like thieves of mercy, but they knew what they did. I am to do a good turn for them. Let the king have the letters I have sent, and repair thou to me with as much speed as thou wouldst fly death. I have words to speak in thine ear that would make thee dumb, yet are they too light for the bore of the matter. These good fellows will bring thee where I am. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern hold their course for England. Of them I have much to tell thee. Farewell. He that thou knowest thine, Hamlet.
Now must your conscience my acquaintance seal, and you must put me in your heart for friend, since you have heard and with a knowing ear that he that hath your darling father slain also pursued my life.
And so have I, noble father lost. A sister driven to desperate terms whose worth of praises may go back against to challenge her amount for all the ages for her perfection. My revenge will come.
Break not your speech for that. You must not think that we are made of stuff so flat and dull that when provoked with danger we think it pastime. Shortly you shall hear more. I love dear father, as we love ourselves, and that, I hope, will teach you to imagine. How now? What news?
Letters, my lord, from Hamlet.
Letters. Who sent them?
Sailors, my lord.
There he's come. Here. High and mighty. You should know I am set naked on your kingdom. Tomorrow shall I beg leave to see your kingly eyes, when I shall, first asking your pardon thereunto, recount the occasion of my sudden and strange return. Hamlet. What should this mean? Are all the rest come back? Or is it some abuse and no such thing?
Know you that hand?
'Tis Hamlet's character, naked. And in a postscript here he says, alone, can you advise me?
I'm lost in it, my lord, but let him come. It warms the very sickness in my heart so that I shall live and tell him to his teeth, thus sittest thou.
And so you shall. How otherwise? Laertes, will you be ruled by me?
so that you are at overrule me to a peace?
To thine own peace. If he be now returned, that means not to undertake this voyage. I will work him to an exploit, now ripe in my device. Under the which he shall not choose but fall, and for his death, no wind of blame shall breathe, but even his mother will call it accident.
My lord, I will be ruled. The rather, if you might devise it so I could be the organ.
Hamlet comes back. What would you undertake to show yourself your father's son? Indeed, more than in words.
To cut his throat in the church.
No place indeed should murder sanctuarize, but revenge knows no bounds. Good Laertes, keep close within your chamber. Hamlet return shall know you are come home. We will bring you in fine together for a bout or a match. We will place a wager on your heads. So that with a little ease and some shuffling, you may choose the sword unbaited and requite him for your father's death.
I will do it. For that purpose, I'll anoint this sword. I bought an unction of a mountebank so mortal that, but dip a knife in it where it draws blood, no tantalizing, so rare collected of all simples that have virtue under the moon can save a thing from death that is but scratched withal. A touch this point to this contagion that, if I shall go slightly, it may be death.
Let's further think on this. If this should fail, we should have a backup, should this last improve. Let's see. I have it. When in your motion you are hot and dry, and he calls for drink, I'll have prepared him a chalice for the nonce. Whereupon, but sipping, our purpose may still hold. Gertrude! Sweet Gertrude!
One woe doth tread upon another's heels, so fast they follow. Good sister is drowned. Laertes.
Drowned? Where?
There is a willow, grows aside to brook, that shows its four leaves in the glassy stream. There with fantastic garlands did she come, and glaring to hang, an envious sliver broke. When down her weedy trophies and herself fell to the icy brook, her clothes spread wide, and mermaid like a while they bore her up, which time she sang snatches of old tunes as one incapable of her own distress. But no, it could not be, till then her garment heavy with its drink pulled the poor wretch from her melodious lane to bloody death.
Much water hath thou poured. For I forbid my tears. Adieu, my lord. I have a speech of fire that fain would blaze, but at this folly doubt.
Come, Gertrude. Everything I had to do to calm his rage. Come, we shall follow.
Drowned. Drowned.
I cut my teeth on wedding rings in the movies, and I'm not proud of my dress. In the torn up town, no postcode
business that she sings at grave making?
Custom has made it into a property of easiness.
What is that?
And if little employment hath the day to your sense.
We don't care. We aren't caught up in your love affair, and will never be royal.
I will speak to this woman now. Whose grave is this, sirrah?
Mine, sir.
I think it be thine indeed, for thou liest in it.
Thou liest not on it, sir, therefore it is not yours. It is not, for my part, I do not lie in it, yet it is mine.
I think thou liest to be in it and say it is thine. 'Tis for the dead, not for the quick. Therefore thou liest.
'Tis a quick lie, sir, 'twill away gain for me too.
What man dost thou take it for?
For no man, sir.
What woman then?
For none either.
Who is to be buried in it?
One that was a woman, sir, but rest her soul, she's dead.
How long hast thou been a grave maker?
Of all the days of the year, I came to it the very day young Hamlet was born. He that is mad and sent to England.
How came he mad?
Very strangely, they say.
How strange.
Faith he was losing his wits.
Upon what ground?
Why, here in Denmark. I have been sexting here, woman and girl, 20 years.
How long will a man lie in the earth ere he rot?
If faith, if he be not rotten before he die, as we have many pocky corpses nowadays that will scarce hold the laying in, he will last you some 8 year or 9 year. Here's the skull now. This skull hath laid in the earth 3 and 20 years.
Whose was it?
Horse and mad fellow was. Whose do you think it was?
Nay, I know not.
A pestilence on him for a mad road. A border flag and a reddish on the head once. This same skull, sir, was Yorick's skull, the king's jester.
Yes.
Ian that?
Let me see. Alas, poor York. I knew him, Horatio. A fellow of infinite jest, most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back, I know not how well. How poor to my imagination it is. My cords rises at it. Here among those lips that I've kissed, I know not how well. There be your jibes now, your gambols, your songs, your flashes of merriment that were wont to set the table on a roar. Not one now to mock your own grinning. Quit job, Fallen. Prithee, Horatio, tell me one thing.
What's that, my lord?
You think Alexander lived in this fashion of the earth there he lied?
Even so.
It smelled so. Yeah.
Even so, my lord.
To what base uses we may return, Horatio. The Queen? Courtiers? Who is this they follow with such maimed rites? Catch me while I mark.
Well, I do and I love to ramble around. No, I don't. I don't. And if that makes me a home-loving man, then I am. I am.
Is there no more we done?
No more be done, we should profane the service of the dead, to sing a requiem and such rest to her, as to peace-parted souls.
Lay her in the earth, from her fair and unpolluted flesh in the violet spring. I tell thee, churlish priest, a ministering angel my sister shall be when thou liest howling.
What? Fair Ophelia.
Sweet to the sweet. I hope thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife. I wish to have bedecked thy bridal bed, and not thy grave has strewn.
Treble woe. Fall 10 times treble on that cursed head, which indeed did thy most ingenuous sense deprive thee of. Awful the while, I caught it once more in mine arms.
Who is this whose grief bears such an emphasis?
Devil take thy
never. But it is no matter. Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew, and the dog will have his day.
Follow me, Horatio. Keep watch. Take heed of our last night's speech. We'll give it a present push. Gertrude, keep watch over your son. This grave shall have a living monument. In an hour you shall shortly see. For now, patience in our proceedings be.
Yes, God.
Before I enter in on a circular path, on a pilgrimage leading straight back to where I know that I'll drop my guitar. I'll abandon my car.
So much for this, sir. Do you remember the circumstance?
Remember it, my lord.
Up from my cabin, a sea gown scarfed about me. In the dark, groped I to find them, had my desire, figured their packets, and with fine, withdrew to mine own room again, where I found good Horatio, royal knavery, an exact command that I'm to supervise no leisure bed, and now who would not to say the grinding of the axe, my head should be cut off.
Is it possible?
It's a commission. We did have more leisure. Wilt thou hear how I did proceed?
I beseech you.
Being thus benetted round with villainies, ere I could make a prologue to my brain, I sat me down. They had begun the play, and I wrote a new commission, wrote it fair and in earnest conjecture, that on the viewing and knowing of these circumstances, he should the bearer put to sudden death, not having time allowed.
So Rosencrantz and Guildenstern go to it.
Man, they did make love to this employment. They are not near my conscience. Their defeat is by their own insinuation.
Why, what king is this?
And I'm sorry, good Horatio, that to Laertes I forgot myself. By mine own image, I see the portraiture of his. I will court his favors. But the bravery of his grief did put me into a towering passion.
Peace, who comes here?
Your lordship is right welcome back to Denmark.
I humbly thank you, sir.
Sweet lord, if your lordship were at leisure, I should impart a thing to you from his majesty.
I will receive it, sir, with all diligence of spirit.
My lord, his majesty bade me signify to you that he hath laid a great wager on your head. Sir, here is newly come to court Laertes. Believe me, an absolute gentleman. Full of most excellent differences, of very soft society, and great showing indeed. To speak feelingly of him, he is the card or calendar of gentry. For you shall find it in the continent of what one gentleman would see.
Sir, to divide him inventorily would perhaps dizzy the arithmetic of memory.
Your lordship speaks most infallibly of him.
The concernancy, sir. Why do we wrap this gentleman in our royal breath?
Sir,
It is not possible, sir, to understand in any other tongue. You will do it presently.
What imparts the nomination of this gentleman?
of Laertes.
His purse is empty already. All his golden words are spent.
Of him, sir.
I know you are not ignorant.
I would you did, and in faith, if it were not, it would assume me.
The king, sir, hath wagered 6 Barbary horses, of the which he has imponed, as I take it, 6 French rapiers and poniards, with their signs as girdle, hangers, and so. 3 of the carriages, in faith, are very dear to fancy, very responsive to the hilts, most delicate carriages, and of very liberal conceit.
6 French French horses against 6 French swords? Why, that's... Six Barbary horses against 6 French swords? That's the French bet against the Dane. Why is this imposed, as you said?
The king, sir, hath wagered that in a dozen passes he shall not exceed you 3 hits. He hath laid on 12 for 9. And it would come to immediate trial if your lordship would vouchsafe the answer.
How if I answer no?
I mean, my lordship, the opposition of your person in trial.
I will walk in these halls. Let the fists be brought, the gentlemen willing, and the king and queen hold their purpose.
Shall I deliver you even so?
With whatever flourish your nature will.
I commend my duty to your lordship.
Yours.
You will lose this wager, my lord.
I think not. Since he has gone into France, I've been in continual practice. Wilt thou hear how I did proceed?
If your mind dislike anything, obey it. I will forestall the repair hither and say you are not fit.
Not a whit. We defy augury. There's a certain providence in the fall of a sparrow. If it be now, 'twill not come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all. Let be.
Come, Hamlet, come. Take this hand from me.
Beg your pardon, sir, for pardon as you are a gentleman. What I have done, I here proclaim was madness. Sir, in this audience, let my discerning from a purpose evil free me so far in your most generous thoughts that I shot an arrow over the house and hurt my brother.
I'm satisfied in nature, whose motive in this case should stir me most to my revenge, but in my terms of honor I stand aloof, and will no reconcile until by some elder masters of known honor I have a voice and precedent of peace to keep my name ungored. But till that time I do receive thy offered love like love and will not wrong.
I embrace it freely. Will this brother's wager frankly play?
You know the wager.
Yes, my lord, your grace has laid the odds on the weaker side.
Fear it not. I know you both, and he is better, therefore we have odds. Set me the stoops of wine upon the table. If Hamlet gives the first or second hit or quits, in answer of the third, the king shall drink to his better breath. Bring me the cup. In this cup, a pearl shall I place, richer than 4 crowns of 4 successive kings of Denmark. The king dunks to Hamlet. Shall we begin? Judges, bear a wary eye.
Come, sir.
Come, my lord.
What?
No.
Judgment.
A hit. A very palpable hit.
Well,
Hamlet, this pearl is thine. Bring him the cup.
Set it down a while. Another hit, let's say. Touch it.
Our son shall win.
He is down to the left. Here,
Good mother.
the queen carouses to your fortune.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord, I pray you, pardon me.
I'll play this bout first. That's fine.
my lord, let him now?
I think it's not.
This is almost against my conscience.
Come to the third Laertes, you do but dally. I pray you pass with your best violence. I'm feared you make a wanton of me.
Are you so? Come on!
Park them there and sit.
pollution rely unabated in venom, the foul brightness has turned itself on me. Oh, here I lie, never to rise again. And mother's poisoned. I can no more. The king's to blame.
Point venom to thy work.
Oh,
Now, you incestuous, murderous, damned to day, drink up this potion. Is thy union here? Follow my mother.
He is justly served. For it is a poison tempered by himself. And exchange forgiveness with me. My father's death or mine come not on thee, or thine on me.
Embrace it freely. I'll follow you. Oh, Horatio, I'm dead. Wretched queen, adieu. You that look pale and tremble at the sight, that are but mutes in audience, or had I but time. This potent potion is quick in its arrest. Horatio, I die, thou livest. Report me and my cause aright to the unsatisfied.
Never believe it. I am more an antique Roman than a Dane. There's yet some liquor left.
Horatio, is thou not a man? Thou didst ever hold me in thy heart. Accept me from felicity a while, and in this harsh world draw thy breath in pain. Tell my story. The rest is silence.
Now cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.
Where is this sight?
What is it you would see? If aught of woe or wonder, cease your search.
O proud death! What feast is toward in thine eternal cell? That thou, so many princes in a shot, so bloodily hast struck.
The sight is dismal, and our affairs from England come too late. The years are senseless that should give us hearing to tell him his commandment is fulfilled. That Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Where should we have our thanks?
Not from his mouth. Had it the ability of life to thank you. He never gave commandment for their death. But since, so jump upon this bloody question. You from the Polack Wars, you from England, are here arrived. Give order that these bodies, high up on a stage, be placed to the view. And let me speak to a yet unknowing world how these things came about. So shall you hear of carnal, bloody, and unnatural acts, of accidental judgments, casual slaughters, of deaths put on by cunning and forced cause. And in this upshot purposes mistook fallen on the inventors' heads. All this can I truly deliver.
Let us haste to hear it, and call the noblest of the audience. For me, with sorrow, I embrace my fortune, for I have some rights of memory in this kingdom, which now, to claim my advantage, doth invite.
Of that shall I have cause to speak as well. From his mouth, whose voice will draw no more, let the same be presently performed. Even while men's minds are wild, lest more mischance on plots and errors happen.
Let 4 captains bear Hamlet like a soldier to the stage. For he was likely, had he been put on, to have proved most royally. Before his passage, soldiers' music and the rights of war will speak loudly for him. Gather up the bodies. Such a sight as this becomes the field, but here shows much amiss. Go, bid the soldiers.
In any other world,